Welcome back. I have the legend Nia Peeples here with me. It's really awesome.
You just called me a legend.
And
I'm alive. I'm not that old.
You're just such a remarkable person. It's such an honor to have you on our show. You just released your new book, The Little Apple Tree, that is being picked up very well with the school systems, and kids are really growing from this, and their test scores are going up. It's really remarkable. And I want to know what inspired you to write this book.
Wow, yeah, that. So my youngest child, I have two kids, and my youngest child went off to college a year early, and my fourth marriage broke up. Yes, I said 4. Such an overachiever. And I'd been 35 years in the same business, and so for the first time in 30 years, I was on my own. And I thought, okay, you're free and clear, Nia, of minding other people's things, and people aren't asking you for things anymore. What do you want? And I couldn't answer the question. Like, Nia, what do you want? Because all I could do was list off, well, my daughter needs this, my son needs that, my house needs that, my job needs that. But when left on my own devices and asked myself, what do you want? I couldn't answer the question. And I wept, because I knew that contained within the answer to that question was the truth of who I am. And I felt like I had so much more to give. There was like more of me. I don't mean more physically to put out there, which is the way the American culture measures it. Well, what are you doing? People in Hollywood go, how you doing? And what they mean is, what are you up to? Like, what are you delivering now? What show are you on? And I knew that there was more of Nia to evolve into.
Did you feel like you weren't being your true authentic self? Like you weren't being the true authentic you?
I hadn't reached it. Like there was just more, and I've always felt like a true person, but you don't realize how many tethers you have to things that define you. And so the freedom to really say, drop deep inside and say, God, what is it that I really desire on a deep, deep level? Not what kind of car do I want, or I want to get the house cleaned, but on a deep level, what do I want from the space of who I am? Who am I? And so I sold my house, and I gave everything away, and I just started wandering, with the only goal being listen to whatever inspires you and move on it. Because that's the key. Once you feel an inspiration, you got to move on it, or it doesn't open up. It'll keep coming back to you at the same level. So I ended up wandering all over the world. I mean, I went to the South Pacific, I went to Peru, to Bosnia, to Israel, all over Europe, across the United States, not looking for anything, but just, ooh, if I felt a little inspiration, I would just go. And one morning I woke up and I knew I had to write a book about relationships. And so this book is called Confessions of a Serial Monogamist. Come on, that's good. And I knew I had to write an allegory about divorce. And so came forth this story of this little apple tree. And I spoke it to my friend, and he goes, that's a children's book. And I went, wow, you're right. And so I went upstairs and I wrote it in 3 hours. It came through so fast. And then 3 days later, I found this amazing illustrator in Ukraine. And then the book was done 3 months later. So it really is about relationships to yourself and how they impact all your relationships with everyone. Yeah. And that's how the story was written. So, and my job, it was interesting, because the minute my managers, and mind you, I told my agents and managers, I'm gone, don't even, no. If I'm in town and there's something, ask me, and if I'm there, I'll do it. Like, if I want to, I will. So the minute they heard I had written a children's book, well, we need to get a publisher, we need to get this, and I just went, no. I felt such pushback at the idea of getting a publisher here, because I know here it's about, okay, it's a children's book, we need to capture the market, we're going to put it on the shelves for 60 to 90 days. If it doesn't fly off the shelves, we're going to burn all the rest of the books. Did you know that that's what they do? If your book doesn't sell in 60 to 90 days, they burn your book, because all of them, because they want to make sure no one else will succeed with it. And I thought, this book, the message of the book is what's important. So I thought, I'm just going to self-publish and let it take on its own life. And that's when Miss Kelly at the school here got a hold of it and went, wow, I'm inspired by this. And she was inspired to write the curriculum around it. There's some people in Italy that are award-winning animators that I got a hold of it and went, this isn't a children's book, this is like a life book. Can we please make an animated short film around it? So we're working on that, and they're doing it for free.
It's incredible.
So this is how we change the system. I didn't want to take the message, even knowing how important it is, and say, let's go fly off to Disney or fly off in here and see if they can push this out there no matter what, without changing the system. It has to be done this way, and this is what's happening.
And that's exactly what you were talking about, of like the planting the seed and how a teacher stumbles across it, and then which one of the kids is going to, you know, walk away with that and then implement it in their life and with their circle of influence. And
yes,
that's really...
It's authentic, and it's grassroots, and it's really coming from this place of truth and inspiring people to add their light in the way that they can. I have my beautiful friends over here who are coming tonight to the show. The kids have created a play around the little apple tree, and they're bringing their camera crew so we can begin documenting it and spreading the word about it.